My name's Ruben Lopez, and I'm from New York, son. Clearly, those mojitos from the night before absolutely got to me, and I was feeling like absolute How safe are the streets in Cuba, Havana? Let's find out. Cheapest place in Havana to get yourself a can of Coke. Oh, I am a little sick, but we're over here in a Russian-inspired restaurant. 8:27 in the morning, and that noise outside has been going on since like... That honey tastes so good.
¿Que la miras afrodisíaco? No. Nunca había venido a Cuba. Ese puro con miel y 3 mojitos. Hablar 5 idiomas.
If you stuck to the end of this video, give yourself a thumbs up before you give me one. And don't forget to hit subscribe to watch more videos like this. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Clearly, those mojitos from the night before absolutely got to me. And I was feeling like absolute I got a 5-hour bus trip to look forward to get back to Cuba, Havana. How safe are the streets in Cuba, Havana? Let's find out. And this is where you get your internet for $1 for 1 hour. And usually there's about an hour long line, and there's people outside selling it for $2 for 1 hour, but you don't have to stand on a 1 hour line. We found cans of Coke there for $1.50. So they're made in Mexico, but that is the cheapest place for $1.50. And they also have Sprite and orange, I think it was Fanta. Cheapest place in Havana to get yourself a can of Coke if you're missing your Coca-Cola. Sick, but we're over here in a Russian-inspired restaurant. We're gonna have some food. Show you guys what it looks like so far. It's got the spaceship rocket right there with the light. Russian newspapers from 1982. And they got old phones there, old clock. It looks like a pretty cool place. I'll hang out at. Yeah. And then I don't have the menu on me, but the menu looks very like Applebee's or Fridays like. $27. CUC.
Was it worth it?
Yeah, it was worth it actually. $8:27 in the morning, and that noise outside has been going on since like about 8:15. So if you're gonna stay in Old Havana, don't expect to sleep late. You will be awakened by people working on cars and all types of other stuff. You guys can see everybody's getting started with their day. Mostly everybody up right now are workers. See a few tourists walking around, but not too many. So an interesting thing about these shops is that the workers there have to work 12 to 16 hours a day, every single day, no days off. And here's the line for people trying to buy Wi-Fi cards. It hasn't opened yet, but people are already lined up trying to get on the internet. So I just traded $440 US dollars, and I got back 385 cooks. That's a big ass difference.
No te preocupes, acá en Cuba llueve fuerte 20 minutos, media hora, y a lo mejor después hay un sol que raja las piedras.
Yo también. So some guy decided to paint some huge dinosaur paintings back there, and I mean that's pretty big. We're pretty far from it right now, but the thing is huge.
Acá se conseguía el diésel del mercado negro, se consigue todavía mucho más barato. En la gasolinera la gasolinera te cuesta un dólar el litro, pero por la calle lo coge a 10 pesos en CUP. Aquí, esa es la casa de secado del tabaco, donde se puso el tabaco.
Ahí se pone a secar.
Eso es mío, ponlo mira la boca, jálale, jálale fuerte.
That honey tastes so good.
¿Que la miras afrodisíaco?
Nunca.
No.
No.
Nunca había venido a Cuba. Ese puro con miel y 3 mojitos, hablar 5 idiomas. Mira, cuando la hoja de tabaco está en la planta, toda la hoja contiene nicotina. Después se recolecta y se seca, toda la nicotina viene aquí al nervio central. ¿Qué hacen en la fábrica? Retiran la mitad. La otra mitad va dentro de los cigarros y los cigarrillos de papel. ¿Por qué? La nicotina es la que crea la adicción. Si no hay adicción, no hay venta de cigarros todavía. Nosotros, a la hora de fabricar los puros, ¿qué hacemos? Retiramos toda la nicotina. ¿Qué le llamamos puros? No hay química, no hay nicotina. No son adictivos, no son dañinos para la salud. Para fabricar un puro se forma en 3 partes: tripa, capote y capa. En la fábrica utilizan máquinas para prensar, nosotros utilizamos el papel. Lo ponemos el papel 5 horas, el papel absorbe la humedad. Después de 5 horas retiramos el papel y ponemos la parte final, la capa. La capa es la hoja del centro de la planta, que es más elástica, más flexible. Después de las 5 horas, si no lo vamos a fumar, lo conservamos acá. La hoja de la palma o la caja de cedro. Se puede conservar por 4 años. No más de 4 años porque la fermentación es natural. Más de 4 años cambia el aroma y el sabor. Las personas que nos visitan, que desean comprar para regalos de amigos de familia, no hay problema por la aduana porque esto es una artesanía. 2 personas pueden portar de 1 a 50 cigarros artesanales y de 1 a 50 al Estado. Un cigarro como este en la fábrica te puede costar de 10 a 25 cucs un solo cigarro. Aquí ponemos 14 cigarros Montecristo, lo vendemos en 45 cucs. Salen a 3.20 por cada uno. Y 20 Montecristo, 60 cucs, sale a 3 cucs por cada uno. Los Coiba ponemos 12 y 24. 12 lo vendemos en 50, 24 lo vendemos en 100. ¿Cuántas personas te dicen vamos a la cooperativa? Hoy es el único día que hay rebaja, vendemos a la mitad de precio, el Festival de La Habana, eso es falso.
¿Y hay un límite en lo que podemos llevarnos?
Para los Estados Unidos es el único país que no tiene límite porque lo consideran souvenir or supports the Cuban people.
Now the reason why I made that minor upgrade that I was talking about earlier in this video was because I wanted to use a mouse that enabled me to scroll on the timeline without me having to activate assisted touch. For those of you guys that don't know, if you want to use a mouse with the iPad Pro, you can, and you can connect the mouse and it'll work perfectly fine. But if you want to use this feature right here on LumaFusion, right now I can't scrub on my timeline. I can only use my finger, but I can't use the mouse to click and scrub. Now there is a way to make it work so that you can use the mouse on the timeline. You have to go to your settings, then go to accessibility, then go to touch, then assistive touch is off right now. You want to turn that on. Now when you turn that on, this little icon appears on the screen and you can't get rid of it. Now you can click and you can scrub on the timeline with your cursor. But I absolutely don't like that, and I don't like to have this little icon everywhere because it just bothers me. Now that I turned it off, I can get back into LumaFusion, and again, I can't use my mouse, my pointer, to click and scrub on the timeline. But what I can do is it has a secondary scroll which scrolls horizontally. So this one scrolls up and down, this one scrolls left to right. So now I can scroll on my timeline. And not only can I scroll, but if I give it a big push, it'll jump somewhere else on the timeline. So it'll skip a bunch of frames, or it'll go back, skip a bunch of frames, or just go back. Or you could also scrub frame by frame. So although this is not essential, you could always just use your finger also, or you could just keep that little icon everywhere with you, and you can use the mouse like that. But I personally don't like it. Now this mouse is the MX Master 3 from Logitech, and it also has 4 customizable buttons, but you do need to have the assisting touch on in order for you to use those customizable buttons. So for me, I use this cheap keyboard that I bought off of Amazon. The only thing that I use on the keyboard is just play and stop, and I also use the backspace a lot, so I'll click on a clip like that, and then instead of having to scroll down to the delete, I'll just straight up hit delete from there, and it's just much easier. And then when I gotta hit play, I'll just hit play. I'm still amazed at the capabilities of the iPad Pro. If you want to get into editing videos for YouTube, or just to edit videos for as a professional, I would definitely suggest to start on the iPad because it's the cheapest thing that you can get that can actually handle good quality 4K footage. A laptop can do just a little bit more, but I've been editing videos for about 2 years and this iPad pretty much does everything I need it to do. So if you're getting started off, maybe for the next 2 years, this iPad would also do everything that you need to do as far as editing goes. And also a laptop is more capable in the sense that the program has a lot more features as far as editing goes, but you won't be able to handle 4K footage on a laptop that's going to cost you $900 if you get the cheapest one, or if you get the 512 gigabyte one that I got, which cost me roughly around $1,200. And this is high quality 4K footage, and you're not going to find a laptop that costs $1,200 that can actually scrub through 4K footage without having to make this thing that's called proxies. A cheap $1,200 laptop is probably going to take you about 24 hours to make proxies out of a video as long as this one is, as many clips as it has. So the fact that I have to make no proxies on this and just edit high quality 4K footage is absolutely amazing. Now I am going off on a bit of a rant. If you guys watched till the end of my last video, the reason why is because I want to start making my videos 10 minutes long. So before I started shooting for 2-minute videos, then I went up to 5-minute videos. Now I'm going for 10-minute videos, and I'm hoping that I could keep the viewer retention up to my 10-minute clips. So at the end of all my videos, I'll probably going off on a rant on technology or video editing or something in that realm of YouTube or content creator. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to hit the thumbs up and don't forget to hit subscribe to watch more videos like this, and I'll see you guys on the next one.